Hi Aries and Aries placements, welcome to Celestial Guidance. I've got all my crystals out for you today. I hope you find them well. And I've got a lot of these crystals out for grounding and throat chakra, apart from rosonite, that is for the heart or around the heart chakra. So being strong and having strength. It's a lot of protection stones as well today. So I've got amethyst as well for higher intuition and tiger's eye. So I chose these crystals in particular before I started your reading, and they're just the crystals I'm going to have out for most of my readings this week. However, I hope you're all fine and well, but there does seem to be an element of waiting or feeling like you've taken a lack or loss in love possibly, or you feel like you're losing it. However, you can see that there's possibly going to be a change or a message that will be coming in to get you to a successful destination. You could be feeling with somebody that's emotionally cold with you sometimes. So it does feel like they could have a business or be business minded, and have the Ten of Pentacles as well. For your challenge position, there does feel like you're in the present moment, they're still going through some, delays. And there does seem to be that element of sorrow. There's a cold energy here, so let's give it a shuffle for your future energy then, shall we? So there's attainment to be had. There is a returning energy reoccurring in your energy. And we've got Hanged One as well. Your overall energy there is nostalgia. So let's find out what's going on in your reading. Yeah, there's a lot of not knowing. There's a lot of that you've possibly, being very charitable with your energy. And you don't quite know your direction. That's Cancer energy. And then we've got Six of Cups. And then we've got that nostalgia card. It does feel like there's some delays or something around plans. However, I'm going to get another deck and clarify. I just want to shuffle some cards and find out what that Emperor energy may be about. So let's do some of these. I haven't used them for a long time. And it's thrown me half the deck. So let's have a flick. These might not be for everybody. They're just side notes. So it can be somebody that's quite volcanic. And it could be have an explosive temper. So that's what energy is coming out with that particular card. So there is somebody who does see you as a town beauty, or they could be well renowned for the look. So there could be a very attractive energy as well, but they do seem to be very feisty and fiery, and it is Aries energy as well. So it says beauty on this particular card. It does say struggles with appearance, so lack of confidence, but doesn't show that on the outside, but possibly feels less or lack energy internally. So we also have on this card that there is an element of somebody feeling victimized as well. So that's that energy. What else have we got here? Now, they could be in a higher position than you, and maybe you come from the outdoors, so possibly somewhere rural, but there is that element of leadership. So maybe there's an air of classes, different classes coming through in this reading. So somebody very business minded. However, there's something to do with a magician, performer, actor, drama, dancer, entertainer, musician. So there could be, yourself or somebody else. All these are different energies. So you could all be dealing with a different person, because it does also say there could be a mystic. There is that element of, Buddhism, Christianity, so they could come from a different religious or cultural background. Somebody could come from city life, somebody could come from, a rural background. So there's several different options that are being thrown out here. They're not for everybody. However, there is somebody that is wanting to go on an adventure. So somebody that could be well traveled, or could like to travel and experience several different cultures. I do feel like somebody's quite high ranking as well, but I just wanted to know what that Emperor energy, what it could be you, it could be another person that you're dealing with. But when sometimes I throw the side notes, it does indicate an element of travel, other areas, adventures, crusades. So possibly could have, you know, be somebody that's a bit of an adrenaline junkie, but there is somebody that's striving in business, so they could be well travelled, or they could be recognised for a trade. They could be a musician, they could be a dancer, they could be an actor, and they could be an entertainer. So there's several different things. However, there is an element for some of you, and that's not all of you, that this person is possibly, you know, makes you feel less or unworthy. There possibly could be, you know, somebody that's quite dominant in your energy as well, Aries. So there could be abusive outbursts, violent outbursts, and quite outspoken. That's not for everybody. There is several different options over there. So anyway, I just like to throw some side notes sometimes. However, you're all dealing with different people in different situations. So just take what's yours and leave what's not. However, there is only that card, and there is somebody striving in business as well. I don't know why I've picked these ones up, so I'm going with these ones. So why is the Four of Pentacles here? So in the past, there's been, you know, a new start, but then there was something unsatisfying about this new start, because the Four of Pentacles can talk about lack or loss or refusal or not being happy with the situation. So can the Nine of Cups. So you've got a new start and you've had a cycle with somebody. However, I do feel like it is a bit off and on energy, because the Death card can be the end of something or the start of something. So there does feel like there's something unsatisfied around a connection where somebody brought a couple love in, and it feels very off and on energy. And it does feel, on the side note, that he's striving to get to a successful destination. However, it feels like something started really good and then there was some disappointment around it. So your fulfillment of wishes, you're still working towards looking at. So chasing your dreams and trying to transform a situation. It could be stepping up the career ladder. It could be a move. It could be to get away from a karmic. It can be anything, because we've got several different things. You could be on your own personal healing journey, because we do have mystic, we have Christianity, Buddhism, and we have that hermit energy there. So there is definitely several different situations going on for several different people, but I do think there's an element of healing. You could be moving away from the hustle and bustle of busy life and wanting to, you know, retreat, because hermit, and then you've got rural living, or somebody could come from a totally different walk of life to yourself. So you could be vice versa, wanting to go from the quiet areas, rural living, to city life. However, you have a choice to make in love. So you could be Gemini energy here, Scorpio, double Scorpio energy, triple Scorpio energy, having to make a choice, and there's been some kind of sudden change in the past. So something looked like it came in a brand new offer of love. It looked really good, Nine of Cups, but then it was unsatisfied. You was unsatisfied with some at Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. It seems that there's something to do around the internet, or somebody, you know, closing a cycle out, but then you're having to go through this transformation, and you're waiting, or have been waiting, for some kind of communication. It does feel like there's an element of traveling or going through a healing process. Some of you could be going on a healing retreat, and some of you are, you know, definitely wanting to move in a new desired direction. There's somebody coming in. You've got a few offers as well in the past, but you do seem to be waiting for some kind of communication from somebody that's possibly ghosting you and comes from a distance or a different place. That's what I'm kind of picking up on the side energy. There's so many of you. However, you're looking at going through a healing process. There is some kind of holiday or vacation or trip coming up for some of you, and there's a choice to be made around love. is what it's telling me in the past. So something changed suddenly and you're now having to balance up. That Gemini energy, lovers, is about making a choice to get into a successful or desired destination. But it does feel like there's a lot going on, and it does look like you're wanting to go on some kind of adventure for some of you. A crusade to finding the answers, because crusade and explorer. So you're trying pioneer, so you're definitely looking for moving in a successful direction. Yeah, 10 of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles to the 6 of Swords. So 6 of Wands there to clarify. We've got 10, so completion. So you're looking at moving in a new desired direction into calmer waters with somebody. There's been a shocking change or some disruptions in the past, which now has left you with a choice. It feels like you're having to go through a healing process or journey. Hermit, so we've got Virgo energy as well now, as well as Gemini. Very heavy Scorpio energy, and we have, you know, a few new starts. So it's very often on energy in the past. It does feel like you're striving to get into a successful destination. So there's definitely overcoming some kind of problem or resolving it to meet your goals, which I do think that you will. You will move into a more calmer place and space. There's definitely Hermit energy there. So there will be light shone on something that you can't quite put your finger on. It seems to me that you're looking for something with that explorer, pioneer and crusader coming out. However, your person could have gone backpacking on their travels, chasing their dreams. It does look like there's some kind of leadership role. If that's not you, it could be your person. Like I said, chasing the dreams is coming out. You've got the 9 of Cups, so dreams, musician, dancer, performer, actor, entertainer. And then we do have that there possibly could have been an argument or some uncertainty. We have a volcano, so maybe somebody's travelled the world and they've been somewhere where there's been a volcano as well, and there is a lot of travel over there. So however, I do feel for some of you there could be some kind of spiritual journey or retreat that you're going on. So you're moving into a calmer place, or you're doing some form of meditation. That Hermit energy's come out down here. It's up there. So in the past or recent past, you found yourself deeply reflecting is what I am seeing. You are definitely looking for answers and attaining something, Aries, but it feels like there's a bit of a split decision. So in your mindset, something looked really good. You had a short cycle with it and you offer of love, Ace of Cups, but then it does seem that something was, you know, out of the blue with that Tower card, or having to face facts or looking for facts and evidence to do with something that feels like it's come to a close, but it feels to me in this reading that it very much hasn't. We've got Sagittarius energy here though as well. So this Emperor energy down here, whether you're male or female, it's only masculine energy. What is this Emperor energy here for? So you've got choices to make in the present moment, and it's taking great strength. So we have Leo, so some of you could be dealing with a Leo as well, or any of these star signs could be placements or a person that you're dealing with. However, it does feel like there's very slow movement over making a choice and having to really internally do some kind of a healing journey and keep it all together. But it feels like it's almost at a standstill, trying to work out a direction in which you want to move in as well. So I am feeling that energy. It feels like something's been a secret, or there may have been some, with that 7 of Swords coming out, because it is a card that talks about, you know, it can be somebody shifting in a new direction because they've changed their mind or plans. It talks about perseverance, and it can also be a fantasy card, and you've got one up there. So somebody could be chasing their dreams and it's kind of left you with uncertainty is what I am seeing. So it feels like you and your person have kind of, you know, had a redirection, and that again, Tower and Moon coming out, we've already seen that in your cards as well. So Cancer energy and Scorpio, so definitely could be dealing with a water sign, Aries. And there's a judgment call that needs making as well. So you've tried to master the strength to work out and guarding your energy, because there's a lot of things that you can't see with that Seven of Wands as well, with it being next to the Moon card and that Tower card and Judgment and Magician. You're trying to master your emotions and be strong around not knowing what direction you're going in, because something suddenly changed in the past and it still looks like that energy is pretty much showing in your present moment. So there's a lot of uncertainty about your direction and what you're wanting to move towards. You've got several choices coming in. However, that Tower card does represent a message coming in. So there is somebody coming towards you where there's been some delays or no communication, where you possibly feel that you, because we've got 10 of Cups for your challenge position, there's a connection, so a counterpart, somebody that you've got a connection with, where they possibly refused or moved away, or they haven't seen that cup of love, Ace of Cups back there, is now coming in to work on something. And there is something about material loss or emotional loss here, and there is unexplained or weird circumstances around this. So you're going through a bit of a roller coaster of emotions. And I'm only saying that because of the cards that have come out, and next to the 10 of Cups, which is clarified by delays, loss, and waiting for message or communication. So somebody is coming in, but it feels like you've had to wait, or you're having to wait to get to that 10 of Cups, which is security and your well-being. You don't feel so well at the moment, and when that energy goes or dissipates, moves back, steps back, or there's delays in it, it does feel like you're trying to attain answers because you're feeling not so well when that energy is not in communication with you. However, I can see that it is coming back in, and it's definitely to do with a connection. It could be twin flame. Somebody could be building a business. You could be building a business. You could be refusing offers or options, because I can see 7 of Cups there again. It can talk about choices. There is a bit of dramatics in your energy as well. So you could have several people around you, and there could be something to do with somebody, you know, watching, and something to do with the internet and getting to material success and creating a stable future. But again, that not knowing's coming, and we've got Pisces energy, so heavy Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy coming out as well. Why is the 3 of Swords here, please, Spirit? So again, you're trying to master an absence or a loss of something, or there's been some kind of diversions or delays, and it does feel like a removal of something, but you are trying to master your emotions, and you are heavily reflecting on this, because we've got 6 of Cups on 3 of Swords, and then we've got 6, what looks like could be 6 of Cups there. So that's a nostalgia card, and you've got Moon underneath it. So you are trying to, Chariot, master moving in a desired direction. So it does feel to me like you feel like something's gone, and you are waiting for, you know, somebody to return into your energy with that Wheel of Fortune. So it feels like you've lost something and you're waiting for it to return, because it talks about losses and gains, does the Wheel of Fortune. However, I do feel like there is advancing a skill set, whether that's you or an energy that you are dealing with. I do feel like somebody's left your energy or had to go out of your energy due to having to take a higher level of commitment, and it does feel very career, or they travel for work, or there's distance, you come from different places. Somebody comes from a more busy life, somebody comes from a more rural background, so city life, and it feels like there's a cultural difference heavily in this region, or a belief system or something. because of everything that's coming out. However, I do think, Aries, you're struggling to make a choice because you can't see all the answers. I do feel you are advancing in a skill set. You're taking a higher level of education, or you're looking or seeking answers, and you're going through some kind of healing journey as well. For some of you, you do feel disappointment and like you've lost something, and it does feel like somebody's walked away, or you feel like, should I walk away from what could be full cups because you don't have your answers. However, you're waiting for some kind of attainment where you've taken a loss, and you're waiting for the fates to spin. So you're waiting for divine timing to get to a successful outcome. But you do have that Knight of Wands showing again, and you've got it down here. So there's definitely somebody that will be returning into your energy between now and the near future, if they haven't already. And you could be dealing with a heavy water sign energy coming out as well, Aries, in your reading. So attainment over a commitment. So we have Hierophant energy, which is Taurus now in your near future, and you can't see it coming. High Priestess, so Taurus energy and Pisces energy coming out. Somebody's going to come in and offer you communication or a gift. There is, you know, an element of overcoming obstacles and getting out of some kind of imprisonment of your mind. You want to work on something, but it feels like there's always an obstacle in the way that you can't see, to do with a commitment. So for some of you, I do think you are going to attain that, and you've definitely got an energy here that's returning in your energy. However, let's have a look at this Knight of Wands. Wow. So Knight of Wands is showing up as a Two of Cups. So you've definitely got a connection or bond with somebody that you had a new romantic start within the past, but it does feel like, again, this person's coming back around because there was some disappointment. Something had to be shifted or moved to a Pentacles, and there was something to do with finances over a connection. So possibly somebody's had to travel away to come back to you. But look, Queen of Pentacles showing there, and we have that, you know, Hand One energy, which is there, so it's telling me now to move on to the Hangman. So you heavily could be dealing with the Pisces for some of you as well. Not for all yet, there's several star signs here, so I am obviously reading for the collective Aries and Aries placement, so everybody's situation is going to be different. So yeah, somebody's definitely coming back towards you, and they're also going through their own conflicts, this person here. But they want to come in and have a passionate new start with you. They are wanting communication, Page of Swords. They could have been on some kind of apprenticeship. Pages is a younger energy, and I do feel like some of you are dealing with a twin flame. But they want a successful outcome, and they're trying to work on the Pentacles. And there is something looking favourable for a gift or offer coming in where there's been obstacles and delays. They're also in an imprisonment of their mind, this person, because it's somebody coming towards you, and they're going from studying and possibly higher levels of education from a Page energy to a King energy. Or you could, for some of you, have two energies coming towards you. However, I do feel like somebody's had to go due to unforeseen circumstances. There were a sudden change in the past, and I do feel like in this particular reading they've been chasing creating stability for the future, and they're definitely returning in your energy for a passionate new start. So that's what I'm seeing so far, Aries, for your energy. So let's have a look at some of these and see what these say before I throw any homemades, just to see what's going on. Any cards for Aries and Aries placements, please, angels, guides and masters. So we do have coming to life. So possibly creating a brand new start is what I can see there. There's definitely something around creative development. So somebody is very artistic, or there's something to do with a structure or business venture. There's higher levels of education. There's very, you know, magnetic energy between you and this person, and I do feel it's left you at a bit of a loose end, free from judgment, free from love. So I do feel like somebody had to walk away from love, and there were a judgment call that needed to be made, and somebody went against the grain. They really are chasing the dreams and they feel like their head may be underwater. I do feel like you are mirroring their energy. So possibly there is an element of somebody, you know, chasing their inspiration to create a successful future. And there is a calm coming now because it says after the storm, and it's the first card of this particular deck. The world wants to be written. So somebody's definitely trying to create a new start and new future. And I definitely can see them returning into your energy as well. So I just want to throw some of these and see if anything wants to come out for you in these as well, Aries, for your reading this week. So I can't stop thinking about you. You've definitely got a heavy energy of somebody thinking about you, even though there's distance or separation between you. I replay our conversations over and over, so they heavily think about you and look at the text messages and read them back, or any, you know, social media where you've had a conversation. I know I messed up everything. So it did feel like in this energy that there was a sudden change which redirected you and your person into separation for a short while. I've lost myself for a little while is there as well, and I will wait for a sign from you. So maybe you need to reach out to this person because they are wondering if you still think about them the same as they think about you. I don't react when people mention you. So there does feel like an element of secrecy around yours and this person's relationship, and there's definitely love here. So there is a connection or counterpart coming towards you. I feel you, even though we are apart, is definitely coming out very, very strong. And I want to tell you how I feel. So somebody's holding back their emotions. There's definitely an element of somebody saying in this reading that they love you as well. So if they haven't said it to you, I do feel like you may have met somebody, it was short-lived, and you're in a confused energy at the moment, but I can see the return of somebody, and I'm sure they'll explain everything on their return. There's several different energies over here, so that could be anybody that any of you are dealing with. Take what's yours and leave what isn't. Let's throw some homemades and then we can get some advice from the angels, guides and masters. So any messages, because there is two energies down here for some of you. So you could be dealing with a past person and somebody that you recently met in the past as well for some of you. However, for some of you, it did feel like that somebody was a very dominant energy, and that's for a very small few, and there was an element of them being overpowering and overbearing. It could have been a karmic, and possibly, you know, there's been a separation with that situation and you've had to make a judgment call and move away from it. But that's only for a very small few of you. The rest of you, it could be any of that for you. So however, I read it out, so please take what's yours, like I said, and leave what isn't. I want to take you on a date. So somebody definitely wants to have, you know, a romantic meal and conversation with you and really link up. It may have been a new energy in your energy, and like I said, it was short-lived. It felt like, you know, there was separation there. For some of you, there could have been from another energy. Could be dealing with more than one person. However, it does feel like you did find love, and it was very, you know, a wish fulfillment to you, but it does seem for some of you that it did end as quickly as it started, without any answers, is what I'm feeling from your particular reading. However, I don't think it was that they left you for another person. I feel like it was just the circumstances. I've liked you for a long time, so somebody is going to come back in and tell you that they've liked you. It does feel like you're not sure if they like you or not, Aries, and there is a crush energy here as well. So maybe you didn't get a chance to really get to know somebody as much as you wanted to before they left. However, somebody's going to come in and ask for forgiveness. You could be dealing with a past person for some of you that was a dominant energy, and that, you know, they heavily have had to go away and go on their own journey. Somebody is going to come back in and be light-hearted, however, and that's the end of them cards. So that's just a few short messages for you, Aries. It is very specific this week, so please, like I said, take what yours and leave what isn't. So I'm going to get wherever I've put them, and I haven't used these big ones for quite a while, so let's get some advice from the universe, angels, guides and masters, and see what's going on in your energy before we go. So angels, guides and masters, messages for Aries and Aries placements, please. So it's given me power. It's given me another 2 as well. So sexual union, there's definitely a magnetic attraction for somebody in this reading. I do feel that there is an energy that maybe there is love there, but you haven't had a chance to say it or speak it to each other either, and maybe, they'll come back in. So honour the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. I do think there's a heavy magnetic attraction energy. We've got a lot of wands energy coming out, and there's a lot of success as well coming in, even if you don't feel like there is. So then we have this one. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So there's definitely some energy returning back into your energy, and there's some beautiful new possibilities for a relationship coming up in the future. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So there's definitely memories to be made, and it is stating that, and I do think that you're very giving, Aries, and generous. And I do think that you don't put too much stir on wanting the world, but I do think you do chase your dreams, and I think love's an important part of it. So it's talking about making memories with somebody, and that, when we pass from this world, we have the journey that we've been on. I do feel healing elements as well coming through your reading. So it's just talking about gratitude, and that the angels, guides and masters will, bless you with your partner. So we have power then. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. I do think that bottom card is for that very specific energy that was there a small few of you, where you're in separation, you're leaving a karmic. And think there was, because it does say on this card, possibly it says that there may be sexual assault, maybe for some of you. You need to go to the authorities and get in touch with the correct people to help you. It also does say witnesses, so some of you could have had bystanders or witnesses that didn't help, and you've really had to break away from this energy. And there is, that element of, coming out of a toxic cycle with somebody that was a very dominant energy. They possibly could have been violent outbursts. I did say that as well. It was only very specific. It's not for everybody. These particular cards are different in their own right, so everybody's situation is different. So like I said, please take what is yours from these readings. However, I'm going to get your Moonology cards now, just to finalize your reading out for any final advice from the universe, angels, guides and masters for you. And I do think that if somebody has broken away from an energy, a karmic, that you are moving in the right direction. And I can definitely see a couple of choices coming up in your future. I do think you have offers, and possibly from online or internet. You possibly could have met somebody very recently, and they are well travelled and come from a different background. It does specifically talk about online as well. So conclusions are within reach, and that's a full moon in eclipse. So there's definitely answers and attainment coming, Ace of Swords down here. Looking at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So I definitely think that you are seeking answers, and you are looking at all the angles. Your commitments are being tested for some of you. So there has been that energy of somebody coming in quickly and it feeling like it ended quickly with no answers. They are coming in, and you and this person will reunite. I can see that in your energy. There is prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So you've definitely got blessings and wish fulfillment coming towards you. You did have a glimpse at it in the past, and you are moving towards that in your future energy. A new start is definitely coming for you that are single and leaving past situations behind where you're in separation. Believe in the impossible. So don't let that negative thought pattern or conditioning come in. Believe and it will happen. So show the world the real you. So if you are timid and reserved, it does talk about stepping into your own power. You could be, a natural leader. You just need to, you know, overcome any obstacles or delays and blockages, releasing karmics and seeing your worth for anybody that has been through a tragic or misfortunate situation on their journey. But there is brighter days coming for you. I can see that. And it does say to step out of your comfort zone, because luck is on your side and fates are turning for you. We saw that Wheel of Fortune on the present time. So things are definitely shifting and a new opportunity is coming towards you in love. For some of you, that's two people. It could be somebody you recently met. It could be a past person. But some of you did meet somebody and it does feel pretty much like it was short-lived and you didn't have the answers. They are coming towards you. So that's your reading this week, Aries. And I hope that it has helped. Like I say to everybody when I read, if this reading has not resonated, please check out your other placements. I did the side notes just to help, because as you know, you read for so many people, not everybody's situation is the same and we're not all on the same timelines. So I'm going to leave you with blessings, love and light, and hopefully I'll see you in another reading. Take care.